It's so lovely to have you in the house. Welcome to Live at Lunch, people. If you haven't joined us before, my name's Lisa Nichols, and we do this every fortnight live to the public, and then we do it every other week to our club members. So, yeah, we're all a little bit overwhelmed. Either your children have already broken up or they're just about to, and we're all feeling a bit with so much to do. I think everybody should have an end of term secretary that comes and works with them for the amount of stuff that goes on. And even if you don't have children, you probably feel that same, just got to get it done before summer starts feeling. So what we wanted to do today was have a bit of a lightweight Q&A, brainstorm with everybody and think, right, how are we going to do this? How are we going to stay on? Where's the margaritas? Margaritas, baby. So yeah, we'll make it a lightweight one today, and we'll talk about some ideas of how we're going to keep a light touch on our business over the summer holidays, because we want to put the kids first, we want to put family first, but by the same token, we don't want to get to September, as it is in the UK, when they go back in September, and we don't want to feel like we've got this virtual ironing pile of stuff that we've got to get done. And you get to the stage where you think, oh, I've got so much to do. I just lay around and watch daytime soaps, or, you know, whatever you do. So we're all about coming up with some ninja tricks to avoid the overwhelm and keep us a little bit on track over the summer, but without it feeling like work. So this isn't a sales broadcast, but what Cassie and I are going to be doing is, here's a rather nice graphic. We're going to be using this. So our modern marketing clubbers are going to stay in touch over the summer, and we've got 6 topics that we're going to touch on each week. So the first topic goes live on Monday. Some people, I've just had a call from Jeanette who said, I can't join you, my boys have already broken up and they're about to kill each other. So she's just getting them out the door to do something else. But as I say, you're either just about broken up or have already broken up, or you're just about to. So come Monday, that should be most of us with kiddos around. So the first week, we're just going to ease into it, and we're going to share our favourite biz books. So actually, we need a way to look at the comments. I just had my laptop repaired, so I was like, yay, go tech. And I've just gone to plug the charger in, and the charger won't fit in the charging port. So whatever. Is there another way that we can track? Yes, have you got your phone? Yes. Or something instant quick fix-ish? Because I want everybody to come up with their favourite book. I was watching, I'm sure most of you know Melanie Bundock, my superstar, rock star on Periscope pal. And she was sharing one of her favourite books on her scope. Was that yesterday, Mel? I'm sure it was. And she was saying that no matter how many biz books you look at, they all kind of started from Think and Grow Rich. You know, that classic Napoleon Hill. And if you haven't looked at it for a while, I haven't looked at it for a while, but I'm definitely going to have it on Kindle. And she said it's one of those things where she just opens the page wherever it falls, and there'll be some little nugget in there that she thinks, God, blimey, yeah. So as things went on to be The Secret and, you know, so many things that have come out of it, that would be her tip. So Cassie and I have got some books that we're going to share in the Facebook group. You're welcome to add your ones into, and we can say a little bit about, you know, why it was such a good book. So we're not really going for some Mills and Boon stuff. This is non-fiction stuff that really, you know, as Oprah would say, gave you an aha moment when you read it. And I guess it will be jab, 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 right hook. That's a good Gary V. He's freaking awesome, and he's crushing it online. So it won't be everybody's energy to connect with Gary Vaynerchuk, but
you could crush it this summer.
But do you know what? The guy does know what he's talking about. I saw a scope that he did this week where he said, you know, stop moaning about it being Monday. You're alive. Your kids are alive. You've got a job. You've got a thing. And then, you know, and he was being so motivational. And at the end, he said, F Monday. And it just came up with this big hashtag, Monday. I thought, well, there you go. That's Gary's energy for you. So yeah, we love Gary Vaynerchuk. And if Cassie can see any comments, I'm not sure where we would be looking for the comments, because we're broadcasting through a Google Hangouts. That means that we're on Google Plus, which streams live into YouTube, and then we've got an app on our Facebook page, so it streams through our Facebook page. So you could be commenting anywhere there, but I'll keep on trucking, and
Yeah.
Cassie will keep an eye on the
I should
on
be
the
checking
comments.
Facebook. Yeah.
So even though what I'm talking about here is the Modern Marketing Club holiday camp, you're all still welcome to buddy up and support each other over the summer, because we've got a Modern Marketing Club Facebook page, which is open to the public, and we can post in there if you just want to have a little bit of accountability. So top biz reads is what we're going to go just ease into the first week with. Second week we're going to go for Pinterest, because a lot of people find that it's another platform and I've got to learn how to do it. But to tell you the truth, it's right up our street. It's a right birds thing, looking at pretty pins, pinning things. It's not work. And if you spend, the time at the beach or the time at the park or the time at the campsite, wherever you can get Wi-Fi, playing on Pinterest, it's not going to feel like work. But we've got some colleagues in the social media space who have written huge summer courses, and all the marketing that goes around that is, if you loved yourself, if you would invest in yourself, and if you're serious about business, you'd give me a couple of grand. So if you're in that place, there's some really kick-ass 80 videos courses out there, but we're assuming that you're like us and we're like you, and basically we're exhausted and we just want to kick back and have a lie in and stuff like that. But by the same token, we don't want to leave it all the work that we've put in so far this year all suddenly come to nothing. So we're all about just keeping a light, hence the silly hats and the sunglasses. Yeah. We are the Modern Marketing Club, but not this week, but not this summer. We're just girls with kids who are trying to keep an eye on our business. So with our topics, we're trying to keep it something that you would enjoy doing anyway. It isn't how to put a MailChimp campaign together. It isn't structuring a lead page or optimizing your lead magnet. We'll do that in the autumn. We will, but over the summer. So what we've done, we've got on the Modern Marketing Club Pinterest page, we've started a collaboration board. So it's got loads of pins about everything that we're going to be talking about this summer, sharing, collaborating. It's not us delivering it to you, it's us all joining in together this summer. How many more hand movements can you make? I keep catching myself on the screen. If you do want to join us in the club, it's an invite only board, but we'll invite you in there, and we'll talk about how the power of pinning and how that drives so much traffic, and it drives sales. So again, we're trying to keep it a light touch, but yeah, it's not a bad thing to play with over the summer, and it's something that doesn't feel like work. You get your feet wet on the platform and get an idea of what's going on there, so that if you want to come back in September with a whole pinning schedule of how you're going to rock it on Pinterest, at least you've played with the toy beforehand, and hopefully you'll learn a few tricks from us. The new kid on the block is Periscope. As I alluded to before, myself, Melanie, a few of us are a little bit Peri addicted already. If you've not heard of it, it's the live streaming app.
It's here.
Up a bit. Periscope.
If you point to it, Lisa. There it is.
But it was only developed 3 months ago, so it's still a very new platform. And what we like about it is the fact that it's very hard to get your message to stand out in social media, because everybody's out there and all the platforms are very crowded. But the thing about Periscope only being 3 months old is it's very easy to build a following and engage and do what we're trying to do here, like look your customer in the eye and get some feedback. We've seen people on Scopes that have actually accidentally sold $1,000 worth of product because they connect so in real time with people. And so, so if I built a course that was like this, would you like that? No, that's too much money. But if it was just a PDF that you could fill in, that's more your cup of tea. Oh, you like bullet points. Oh, you like graphs. Well, hands up for bullet points, hands up for graphs. And I just watched Zach do it, and he's made 10 grand in 30 days, US dollars. But just by he's a 21-year-old university student in Ohio, I think he is. But, it's not to be ignored. And it's the sort of thing that you don't do a webinar on Periscope and you just deliver your content and keep ploughing on like I am now. It's the sort of thing that if if you plan your scope and you think I'm going to share 5 tips, and people start engaging around the first and second tip, then go with the flow. You know, so long as they're not saying show us your boobs, and if they are, there's a way around that as well, which we'll cover in the course. But I mean,
boobs, Lisa.
social media is social media, isn't it? They will always be the Wally with the show us your boobs comment. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I'm getting new technology, probably Saturday. Go me! I'm getting some technology that's going to work, and it's going to have a power cable that actually fits and everything, and then you won't be able to keep me off Periscope. So by the time that we get to week 3, we can do a little Peri party, and we can follow each other, and we can say what the hell is Periscope. You know, one of our friends, Julia, I was trying to work with her on it the other day, and we realized that her phone was just simply too old. The app is so new, it's for the latest versions of stuff, so we can go through all that with you, and also how to get started. There's plenty of good folks out there delivering great content, sharing great stuff, and it's fun. It's a little bit addictive, but it's fun. Then the 4th week, we're going to get into time-saving tools, and as I say, that's going to be really a collaboration, because I'm going to be a OneNote guy, you're going to be an Evernote guy, you're going to be a Wunderlist girl, you're going to be a, you know, but let's collaborate and say, right, what really works, why is that, what do you use it for, so that by the time that we get to September, we're pretty slick and fancy with all this busy work that we do that sucks so much of our time and gives us so many wonderful ways to procrastinate. It's not hard work, but it's something that we should all think about. And then there's so many little tips and tools and apps and stuff. I mean, I'm very lucky, I've got 2 preteens, so when I look at technology, I'm a 52-year-old woman. I think I'm doing pretty well to be able to even, you know, sign into Facebook, bless me. But when I use technology, I think it hates me. It hates me. You know, I was using a laptop earlier and it's running Vista and it just won't let me access my Twitter. At least who? No, I don't know you. Or it just wouldn't load Skype. I'm trying to talk to Cassie this morning and it just, no, it wouldn't do it. And I take it really personally, and I think that bloody thing, whereas when I watch my girls with technology, they just go, don't think much of this latest update, this really buggy, really glitchy, and they don't take it personally at all. They realize that the developers are working on it, and when the next update comes out, they'll have tidied that up. So sometimes with these time-saving tools, it's little things like try an app, download you can get extensions in your browser. So like if you're using Chrome or Firefox or something, you can just put a little Pinterest button up there. You can just put a little Hootsuite or Buffer or all these time-saving tools we'll talk to you about, and we'll all download them together and we'll all go, bloody thing's not working together, so that by the time we get to September, it's all scheduled, it's all working, it's all, you know, going great guns. Week 5, we're going to talk about visual marketing. It's a big topic. It's not just Pinterest and Instagram, it's on everything. The statistics of what gets liked, shared, retweeted, you know, whatever platform you're on. It's all about the video, it's all about the image, and getting that you can create stock photos in your business of things that you do behind the scenes, you with a customer, you with a product, and how you can use that to, the buzzword is repurpose content. So
got some good tips on that.
Wonderful
some of that
tips
this morning. Yeah, I've got some really, that's going to be a fun session.
And
actually.
it's fun. It's the sort of thing where, you know,
thing.
you can hire, I mean, Jeanette's not on the line at the moment, but I'll probably hire Jeanette to do some nice photos of me, because she makes me look size 10 and 21 years old in my pictures, which is, you know, what I need from a photographer. Excellent Photoshop skills. But it's fun. That the amount of power that's in your iPhone camera is more than what we used to have with our, you know, point and shoot cameras. There's a great way to use your camera to just catch some in the now moments, and how you will purpose that and share it across different platforms. So bringing it all back to the last week of August, you know, just as we're starting into September, that's when we'll get slightly serious, and we'll talk about our autumn action plan. So which out of the stuff that we tried over the summer really resonated with you? What was it that somebody said in the group that thought, I hadn't even looked at it that way? What was it that, you know, because we're going to share a tip, we're going to have a tip each week. We're going to have a subject each week, so you can discuss any of it at any time, but just to sort of keep us vaguely on track. That sounds very school mistressy, doesn't it?
Slowly ramping back up.
Slowly ramping back up. There you go.
Term,
exactly.
Because you don't want to suddenly get to September and everybody's busy as soon as the kids go back, and you think, oh, I'm 2 months behind, so I've done nothing since July.
I've been playing on Pinterest. So slowly sort of like bringing it back up to locking the kids in the basement. Leave me alone now. I've got to get some work done. So we'll have a few nice things, like, as I say, I'm aiming to put up a daily tip, so we'll see how that goes. But I've got at least 50 under 10-minute tips, and some of them you'll go, really, I have got my profile connected, I have filled out my bio, yes, there is a link. There'll be some of them that you can just whiz by and think, yeah, I've done that, and there'll be other ones where you think, oh, I didn't even know that I'd done that, or I didn't even know I hadn't done that. And plus also we've got a couple of trackers, a couple of guides. So if it's not your cup of tea to look at your numbers, or it's not your cup of tea to look at your figures or all the rest of it, you can do that whenever you like, whenever you feel like you're in the mindset to do that. But it would be nice to have an idea of where you were pre-summer, how many followers you've got, and just a snapshot of where you are at the half-year point, so that when we go back in September, you've got a goal for yourself of, right, so where I want to be when we finish in December. So, a little bit of tracking, just a little bit of grown-upness. So we can do, you can buddy up with each other on the Facebook page. You can, hold each other accountable, or what we thought would be simple is that Modern Marketing Club's only £29 a month. So what we thought was, instead of this being an extra course that we would sell and you would have to buy, we'll just turn the Modern Marketing Club into the Holiday Club over the summer, because we feel that we're all pretty much on the same page as that's concerned. So if you're not already a member of the club, we do suggest that it might be up your street.
Lovely graphics on the website. And where do people go, Lisa, if they do want to sign up?
They go to themodernmarketingclub.com, and you don't even need the wwws. It's just themodernmarketingclub.com. Have you got a special page for?
We have. Do we need to share screens?
Oh, yes. Okay. Let's be serious now. Let's put Cassie back in the driving seat.
I'm going to drive now.
And I'll check any comments. Oh, this is so professional. See if I can get my butt in shot. That would be good. Yes, drive.
Right, let's just... And I have to confess to technical challenges with the tracking the comments, I'm afraid. So, okay, let me...
Now, are we really sharing screen, or am I going...
We're not sharing screens yet.
In the background. Oh, okay.
Here we go. Okay, so if you are interested in the Holiday Club, it sounds fantastic, doesn't it? I can't wait. It's themodernmarketingclub.com/MMC-holiday-club. We'll put that in all the comments afterwards. Oh, excuse me. So let's have a quick look and see if there are any comments or questions. I think it'd be interesting too, a couple of meetings I've been to recently where we've talked about what we're doing in the summer, and it's interesting. We all seem to have this idea that we're going to be. Oh, sorry, I need to keep it on that. We're going to have all this time to catch up, and I wonder how much we really will.
Absolutely, absolutely. I've seen so many, as I say, lovely people, friends of ours in the social media space, that are saying, you've got all this free time. Oh,
here, our hats on. So
let's repurpose this content.
We've got 5 minutes left, so let's look at some of the things that people that we know are doing in the summer and what you might want to do, because the summer is a good time to catch up if you ever get a few quiet minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. You kind of have to plan in your quiet minutes, don't you?
Yeah.
Claire was saying the other day, if you haven't got at least 5 hours a week in your business and you're not really serious about your business. And, you think, well, kind of depends how old your kids are, kind of depends, like Georgina's got a new puppy and, moving house. And she posted the other day, those of you who said, I would regret it and everywhere would smell of pee and wet dog, you may laugh now. But, that's life, isn't it? You've got stuff going on. But yeah, it's good to have a goal. It's better to have a very small goal and try and hit it each week than it is to just, as I say, fall into a heap and watch daytime soaps, which or whatever the equivalent is. So I don't know.
Let's run through a list. So let's give people some real value.
Yep.
Let's look at some of the things that people can do in the summer. So, for example, the summer's a really good time it's not very exciting, but things like clean out your inbox. And Lisa's really, we ought to do a whole session on that, because I've got something like 1,600 emails. I get about 200 emails a day, and I don't know how anybody cleans out their box, because I can't. Accounts, that's one of my projects this summer, I'm putting all my accounts into Xero online, but you still have to code them up and look up things, and that's, for me, that's a summer job. What about if you go to networking meetings, so you come back from networking meetings and you have folders like this that with leaflets and events and people's business cards and people that you need, to follow my Facebook page and connect with me here and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So that summer's a good time to get, and what I love is when I've done my follow-up, my desk looks so much neater and I feel like I can breathe a little bit. But, follow up with your contacts, send them an email. What I've been doing, I don't know, this probably isn't very kosher, but I've been following up with people and saying, let's have a one-to-one in September.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to book up in the last week of term. I can't see 20 people for coffee this week in the remaining 2 days.
I think most people are grateful that you understand their time restraints.
Yeah. And what's quite interesting, actually, I've had a lot of people that I wouldn't expect to reply or don't usually reply very quickly have come back straight away and said, that's brilliant, let's schedule something in.
Yeah.
So there's a little tip for you. Do your follow-ups, give people a bit of breathing space to follow up, and schedule a couple of days in September and do all your follow-ups. Don't forget to put people, flag them up. If people have said, I want to speak to you in September, make sure you're putting them into capsule or, keeping track of them somehow. You can use LinkedIn as a contact management system. If you connect people on LinkedIn, you can put a little flag in LinkedIn to say, okay, I need to speak to Lisa in September.
Yeah,
good follow up. That, man. What else are people doing in the summer? Working on their websites. If you've got a website that's maybe needs a little bit of attention, you could update your website. You could have a look at your Facebook page, go through and have a look at the last 10 posts and see, are you getting good engagement? What could you do better? What are your influencers doing?
Absolutely. I was going to say
a fun little project for the summer. I don't know. So I think those are my sort of top.
I was talking to a client yesterday my whole thing was supposed to be mummies who work for themselves during the day, who are good at what they do, but not so good at social media. And I seem to keep attracting techie boys that are brilliant at being techie, but they've got no idea how to be social. And they sort of come across as a little bit like my page. And I was like, oh, that's so 1994, really. This is how you. So I was saying to Andy yesterday about social listening, and this is a buzzword at the moment, but that's something else you can do over the summer, is if you're just playing on social media anyway, if you're on your laptop at the beach, or not laptop, your tablet or something, you can kind of keep an eye on what influencers in your industry are doing, or just get inspired by different posts. Oh, right, so they're the kind of top dog in that niche, are they? And they're sharing a lot of content about that. And I hadn't realised that that's coming on. So you can just sort of fill your notebook with things of, that's what I would like to get to. So you're starting to build, in week 6, when we talk about our autumn plan, we want to have an idea of where we want to be from when the kids go back to school to October half term, and then what your final push is going to be up until Christmas. And depending on your business, it might be seasonal, and you might say, I don't need to do any marketing coming up to Christmas. People just come out from woodwork. I spent 8 years in the children's books business, and people that didn't call me back throughout the year, everybody calls you back after the October half term, and it's just mental. So depending on what your business is, but you might like to take some of that research that you've done over the summer and just make a little note, so that when we all come back and say, right, I'll show you mine if you show me yours, show me your plan, get a little bit inspired from each other. Should end up, it's a light touch, but it should give you some value. What's that?
So I'm just checking comments.
Okay, so am I still broadcasting live to the nation? Or
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, Facebook, BizBooks, Think and Grow Rich told ya.
So hi Desiree, hi Mel.
Oh, lovely, Mel. I tell you what, Mel will be a good co-host, co-guest in the week that we do Periscope, because she is, you know, Mrs. Periscope rock star at the moment. Some of the people with huge followings are just listing, you know, their top 10 Periscopers, and, you know, at Melanie Bundock is right there. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't she be? She's fabulous. So, guys, we are aware of the fact that we say that we're not going to take much of your time during the day, and we try and keep it to about half an hour. We're probably over that, are we, Cass?
We're just on time yet. So have a fantastic summer. Thanks for tuning in.
Leave it in the comments. We'll get back to you if there's anything that you wanted to say or wanted to ask. As I say, without sounding salesy, please check out the Modern Marketing Club. 30 quid is a manicure or a massage or whatever. We're not asking you to invest in thousands of pounds worth of course. We're just saying, you know, buddy up with some people and stay on track this summer. Bless our hearts.
So join the Modern Marketing Holiday Club, and we'll see you from the beach. Okay, bye. Have a good summer.